August 23rd, 2023. Today's daily drive-by I'm very excited about because as we're building and growing DTI, Desire to Inspire, and we're bringing more people into the community, The Inspired, I often find myself asking people what their why is. Do you know what your why is? Do you know what your purpose is in life? Because not having the ability to hone in on what may be important to you, or to take your life lessons, stories, and things that you've been through and apply them towards something can be extremely diminishing. It can be tough, it can be mentally challenging, and it can make you feel like you're stuck. And so I ask people often, what is your purpose? What is your why? Because if you know your purpose and you know your why, that will stem to a lot of other things. It'll stem to your excitement about things. It'll stem to your progress and success. It'll stem to your appreciation of life. It'll stem to your success that you bring on because you're motivated. You're motivated, you're passionate. You show a sense of urgency to do things. We often get stuck because we get in these places where it's like, what am I doing? What am I working towards? What am I trying to achieve? I've been at this job. I'm not really happy. I want a girlfriend. I don't like my girlfriend, boyfriend, and I just feel stuck. I feel like I'm in a box and I don't know where to go. Like, okay, hearing them out, and by no means are we a therapist. By no means are we anything other than just life, figuring life out. Why is life so hard? Why is life have so many things being thrown at us all the time? And when we get a little bit of traction and we see some light at the end of the tunnel, why does life throw something else at us that makes us completely stop on that progress? And so if you have that why, if you have that purpose, you will know that no matter what comes in your way, you are not going to stop. There is not going to be anything that will get in your path, will get in your way. There will be no roadblock. There will be no pothole big enough. There will be no mountain big enough that you can't climb, that you can't get past, and that you can't overcome, because you have that pride, that passion, that charisma, that excitement. Like, this is me. This is why it's me. This is what I've been through to know it's me. So after my father passed away, now that you guys know I talk about this often, but after he passed away, I found a new purpose. I found a new meaning in life. And it took me a very dark road to get there. But what I've realized is that in this world of social media, in this world of fast-paced clicks, likes, measuring our success, if we're going after something by the clicks that we get or the likes that we get or the comments that we get on a post, people are using that to correlate other people liking them, other people accepting what they have to say, other people determining if what they're doing is successful or not. You can't look at the clicks, you can't look at the comments, you can't look at the likes. You have to look at internally, what are you going to do and what truly matters to you towards what you're trying to achieve? What are you going to do to push through those days where you get in your own head? To push through those days where somebody makes a comment towards you, and I'm not saying always on social media, but a comment in real world about your life, your job, your relationship, the things you're working towards, your purpose in life, your why. When somebody makes a comment that you don't agree with, how are you going to get past that? Or are you going to agree with them and be like, oh no, you're right, I should stop and stop doing everything you're doing and all the forward momentum you've had because you heard somebody make a comment or because somebody said something that you didn't agree with? If you know your core purpose, your core why, that'll never, ever allow somebody to get in your way, to get in between you and that thing you're working towards because of what you believe. And so I said, my father passing away, like, I know now life is so short. So as a society, we deem so much good, bad, and ugly on little things, because again, we're scrolling social media, everything is right there and we can move to the next, right there we can move to the next. We're working from home, so we get quick hits between interactions of customers and employees and peers and coworkers. Everything is so fast and so transactional nowadays that if those short transactions aren't adding up to what you want, it's hard to keep moving. But when you know your purpose and you know your why and know the difference that you want to make, nothing can stop you. You can only grow and develop and mature through the persistency of exuding the right energy and the right mindset. And so knowing that I see a different point of life now, that my father's gone, where life is too short, we can't let this little shit bother us. Life is too short, we can't get caught up on what happens today. Life is too short, we can't let yesterday's problems flow into today's. Life is too short, we can't let one little hiccup in the morning of the day because we're late for work or we locked our keys in our car or our battery's dead, we can't let that carry on throughout the day. Life is too short. And so when you realize this, you start looking at other aspects of life, of why are we as humans not as happy as we could be or should be. It's because we're using all outside factors to determine what our happiness should look like and is because of other people and the lives that, or the images or the videos that they post on how their life is. So we're constantly comparing ourselves. But their why and their purpose is different from yours. And so you guys will never align. But what's great is you can take their passion, their motivation, and their story, and you can use that as motivation for yours to get the things that you want in life. So when we step back and I look at like appreciating life and the little things, it's in all areas. And so we often hold on to those tragic things that we've been through, and we let those weigh us down. So that way we can't keep moving forward. We can't keep progressing. Because it's always, why me? Why this? Why? My life is so hard. My life is so hard. It doesn't fucking matter, and nobody fucking cares how hard your life is. What's hard is letting yourself keep getting deeper and deeper in that hole. What's hard is keep telling yourself how bad life is, because it's going to get worse. We need to focus on what we want to create, what we want to do, and how we want to impact through those things that we've learned. That's what people care about. Let's hear that story. Every fucking successful person has a story. Every successful person has failed and has a story. Every successful person has been through the gauntlet and has a story. But yet your story and your problems are worse than anybody else's, and that's why you can't do it. It's bullshit and you fucking know it. So what are you going to do to have your story be that driving force? When are you going to have your story be that driving force of the success that you see, of the success that you want? Use your story, use your mental illness story, use your death of somebody that you know, use your job that fired you, use your car breaking down, use your not being able to pay the bills as a story to persevere and make something of yourself. Because that's where your purpose and your why comes from. It won't be hard when somebody asks you, why do you do this? Freddie, why are you doing DTI? Because at one point, I didn't even know why I wanted to be here. Because I got so dark. Because at one point, I didn't know what my value was. Because I would always talk bad on myself. Because at one point, I thought the world was against me. But really, it was me against me. Because I kept getting in my own way. And so now I have a passion, I have a drive to make others see what I see in life, make others feel the way I feel in life, and also make people realize, like, this shit ain't easy. We all go through ups and downs. We all post things that are all great. We give everybody our best life snapshots and pictures and videos and things we share. Nobody wants to show that vulnerable side, though, that real life side, where no matter how much positivity we spread, life is still fucking hard. No matter how much passion we show, it dies off sometimes. But it's okay, because guess what? That why and that purpose are there to get us through those days, to get us through those times. And so till the day I die, I will hopefully make a world impact on people. One person a day. One person a week for now, one person a month for now, whatever it is, I will impact one person to see a different side of life, to get back to that in-shape body that they want, to help somebody get out of that mental fog that they're in, to help somebody get off of that couch so that way they can see a brighter day. we talk about mental health and how it's so hard, and some people can't even get off the couch, some people can't even get out of bed, they're tingling. I got to a point where I would tingle because I was in such a fog. It was awful. But guess what? I got up every day and I went to the gym. I got up every day and I went for a walk. I got up every day and I took, we'll say, Decker for a walk, or you use the analogy for yourself, taking your dog for a walk. Anything we can do to get our mind off of our mind is helping our mental health. And so I tell people on those hard days, get up and go for a walk. Because what's that doing is it's making you think of, where are my keys at? I need to lock the door. I need to go down the elevator. Or I need to go outside. I need to shut the door. I need to lock the doors. I need to close the garage. Oh man, look at this tree. Oh wow, there's a bird. That's a pretty bird. Oh hey neighbor. And it gets your mind off of it for that split second. And those split seconds all add up on each other. Next thing you know, there was 15 minutes where you weren't thinking of your mental health, where you weren't in your head about what's going on. And guess what? That 15 seconds that day adds up to 35 minutes the next day, adds up to a minute the next day. Next thing you know, you're going hours without being in your head, because you're forming those habits that align with your purpose and why of what you want, to keep the motivation going so you never stop. Think about it. If you don't know your purpose and why, I'm sure that's aligning with how you feel in life and what you're working towards in life. Sit down and talk to yourself. As Kevin Gates said, all geniuses talk to themselves. You have what it takes. You just got to believe in it. Whatever you want to do in this world, you can achieve, but you just have to believe. When you believe, you have the purpose and why, you can conquer anything, because you won't ever stop. You'll be consistent. Take that for what you will, but if you don't know your purpose and why, sit down and talk to yourself. Evaluate it and see what happens. See ya.